Alright, this is going to be day 31 of me posting every single day. Do not ask why I have a nose strip on. Just trying to, yeah, I've got allergies, bro. It's whatever. But progress on the game. We now have collision detection, and we have the enemies, as you can see, these big blocks kind of moving down the screen. This is pretty cool. However, I now need these to move a little bit slower. And yeah, I need them to move a lot slower actually, because actual Space Invaders gameplay is nowhere near this fast, as you can see here. But yeah. Also, guys, I now have a Discord channel mostly set up. It has some things like Wordle and Pokemon, and I don't know why this is here. And Taco Shack and other things. So yeah, I'll be putting the link for that in the description. A couple of you guys have been asking for a Discord channel, so it is now here. Thank you guys for all the comments. Let's get back into this. So I'm asking Gemini how I can slow them down and saying we need a game timer. Create timer variable before your main while loop. Yeah, 1 second, let me move OBS over here so I don't have to minimize it. It's not in the way all the time. Yeah, okay. So for the while loop we need enemy move interval. By the way, guys, if you guys know anything about Vim in particular, I'm trying to get better at Vim motions, but I just want to look at stuff up on Google while I'm doing it. I just quick cursor. But I feel that I'm not really learning all the cool tricks that most Vim people know, so yeah, if you guys have some advice on where to learn about Vim more and get better at it and learn all the tricks, I would really appreciate that. Anyways, so what are we doing here? 500 milliseconds of delay of the time on the last move. Pi game, get current time. Okay. So we can do something like current time because Pi game. Time. So what the hell? A 10J. Current underscore time is equal to Pi game dot get dot time dot get ticks. How would you check if the current time minus I don't get how this works. Okay, so this is the enemy movement code. I mean, I know how to do if current time minus last enemy move time is greater than enemy move interval. So are we just saying that 500 milliseconds have to pass by before we can move? I'm guessing that's how this is working. And then if that condition is true, you should run your enemy movement code. What's the very last thing you should do inside the if block to make sure the timer resets for the next interval? We need to set last any move time equal to current time, right? So we're checking if the current time minus last enemy move time is greater than the interval. If it is, then we can move the enemies. Okay, yeah, so if we've moved, we need to set this variable to say that we've moved now to the current time. And it crashes. Why is it crashing? Let's print the current time, see what's happening here. So it's 579 minus that be greater. I have absolutely no idea why it's crashing now. It's just instantly crashing. This doesn't make any sense. Why would it be crashing? Is it crashing here? Okay, that's where it's... Oh, is it the break statement? Oh, I'm breaking the entire game loop. That's not right. We need to break the 4. Unexpected ending. Okay, so that's slightly slower, but still moving unbelievably fast. Now let's do this. So I think we need to set the move interval to be 1000. Okay, I don't know why this is happening. I thought I fixed this. It's how it's like going to the edge of the screen and then jumping. It really should be jumping right when we hit the edge of the rectangle, not the... this is still too fast, by the way. Saying if the bottom left okay, so yeah, we figure this out. saying the code is not that bad. There's a small logical issue. It reverses direction and moves the enemies down as soon as it finds the first row touch the edge. More robust ways to separate the checking from the acting. So they said we should separate this, but I'm trying to get a tuple representing the bottom left corner of a rectangle. So yeah, I mean, if we have the game screen, right? Why is the scatter draw lagging all of a sudden? What the hell? Here's the game. This is a rectangle. And this is what I consider to be the bottom left. Saying if bottom left dot, if bottom left x is greater than is less than 0, because this is the 0 here of the y, and this is the 0 of the x. We're saying if this x is less than 0, then we're at the edge. I don't know why this isn't working. This should technically be working. This is just kind of confusing. I'm not sure why. Yeah, let me do that. So false. Instead, this will say reverse needed equal to true. And stop checking. So after this is completely finished, say if reverse needed, then we would set the enemy direction times equal to -1, and then loop through all the enemies to move them down. This should work the same way. Just now we're not doing all this inside the loop. it crashes. Is this the indentation again? Just remove the brick entirely. Okay, yeah, there we go. Okay. So that all of a sudden is working correctly now. So, okay, that looks like it's working right. This is the bottom right. So here we have, this would be Y480. God, and this would be X640 at the edge here. If the X5 is greater than the width, yeah, if X5 is greater or equal to the width, we say reverse need is equal to true. Should be in spot. Oh, maybe it's the or we're saying. So let's look at the functionality again. Yeah, these are still going to the edge of the, what? I didn't change anything. Wait, how is this affecting it? Okay, so, somehow okay, after help here, I'm having a couple of bugs. The moving down functionality is not happening on the edge of a rectangle. Sometimes it happens on the farthest edge of a rectangle. On the inner edge. The one closest to the edge of the screen. Your edge. It seems when I move the indentation of it changes when the moving down happens. But this bug was present before I added the time interval. Let's give it all the code so it knows. But yeah, not sure why I'm getting this. I'm getting this bug. Oh yeah, here's where we're moving left or right based on direction and speed. First one doesn't happen until the next time the timer's ready, because the check happened before the move that actually caused a collision. Oh. Because we're moving the rectangle after the check. Oh, so I think we need to move the movement inside the timer. Okay, so we need all this inside the timer. Oh my God. So we move all the enemies sideways, updating our X. Check their new positions. See if they've crossed the boundary. Set your reverse needed flag. We did that. If reversal is needed, change the direction and move all enemies down. Finally reset the timer. Should we be resetting the timer when a reversal is needed? I think we should be resetting the timer every time we move, whether or not reversal was needed or not. I think it's every time a step happens, not only when they hit the wall. Okay, so I think I know what's happening here. It's only drawing if the clock is moved. We still need to draw all the rectangles. Not sure if this would work. Oh, it is indeed moving, actually. It's moving extremely slowly. Oh yeah, it is moving. It's very slow. How does this work? Okay, yeah, and then it moved down. I feel like I'm still missing something here. So the downward movement is now working, but it is moving extremely slowly from left to right. I'm not sure if that's a bug with where I'm drawing the enemies. Okay, so yeah, I think this is actually just the speed. It's moving once every 5 seconds, which is not that fast. So something like 100 maybe. Okay, yeah, it's a little bit better. It's still quite fast though, actually. Maybe like 200. Yeah, I think this is pretty good. Though I think it could be a little bit faster, like 150. God. 125? Yeah, I think this is a good medium, hopefully. Yeah, I think there should be more than enough time to... Let me look at the video again. It actually moves quite slowly in the video, actually. Oh no, they're moving a little bit faster than mine. I think they have less enemies on the screen, though. Or is it speeding up with the fewer enemies that are going by? Okay, yeah. I think as I get further down, it speeds up. Yeah, that's something I'll figure out later. But I think this is good enough. Timer to slow down movement of enemies. And what else do we do? I think it's the main thing I did right. Yeah. Alrighty, making slow progress. I know I'm asking AI a lot of questions, but like I said before, this is the first video game I have ever made with Pygames, so I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. And I'm not watching a tutorial or anything, so normally I think I would have to watch a tutorial to get a hang of this, but we're doing this raw dogging it kind of. Yeah, I think as time goes on, as I code more and more and more, I will get better at this, hopefully. That's the hope. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. I will see you all tomorrow.